And that's the first one on the schematic with just a modification at the lid. If you're using could have been bolder on the bottom of that. I may alter that a little bit after you had a chance to work. Okay, this is the easiest piece, the lid. It's generally used for small pieces. If a cup is a pound, the lid is just a portion of that. Take a couple portions of that.
It's so funny. Makes a sound, yeah.
That was the piece I wanted to throw away. And all the clays should be of the same moisture when you're fitting lids and stuff, because if you're using a really wet clay for the lid, it will shrink more. So you're trying to get the shrinkages all even, but the world won't end if you don't get it totally comparable in moisture. Okay, here's the easiest one.
I saw a lot of people using this yellow yesterday. Is it an underglaze paint or? Oh, good.
Okie dokie. I want it to have a flange that drops within the pot, so the flange has to fit within the calipers right here. So that's not a bad starting point. And sometimes you just have to noodle with it a little bit. So I'm opening it off center. You can see where it's going, right?
Oh. I'm glad I videotaped that because I wasn't even looking at it.
What were you looking at?
Pots down there.
We are easily distracted by shiny objects. So I just drove my finger straight down, and now I just caught a dry place on my hand. So you can make any kind of knob you want. It can be as high as you want. It's your aesthetic now determining it. But you have to be able to grip it. In other words, it can't be so tiny that your hands just slip off it. Okay. And in the case of this one, this is hollow just because I like to make things crazy for myself. But that's a hollow knob that I shape. But you can see it's very easy to just get.
Even you attach the hollow knob to that?
No, just like this. I then opened it. I'm having such a struggle this morning that it's like your Wednesday, that I'm not going to open it up as a hollow. I do not need more grief. But you can flatten it. You can round it. You can do all manner of things. And then it wouldn't have this little raised up rim according to the schematic. But we need that little flattened out part to catch the pot in place. So, and you want it again to be as thin as the walls will be.
So you're not going to make it bigger and then trim it?
No, I'd like it to drop right in. But that's not to say that it won't necessarily have to have a little trim, but heck no. I would say hell no. I would have been immortalized being profane. No, I would rather have it fit than have to make it fit to size it. And where it matters is near the bottom. That's where it's dropping in. That's not bad, not too bad. Clean it up a little. It will work if it's a little bit too small. We can always size it at the time of putting it on the pot by adding 3 little balls of clay that will increase the diameter of the pot. But if it's too big, it's worrisome to try to trim it down. And now, just the way you've been turning out your lips for your cups and your bowls, I'm going to just press. This is a decent lid for small things like honey pots or teapots. It is not a great lid for pots that have a big expanse because it tends to cave in.
Let me do it. I'll do it right now.
Gosh, sometimes this is such a quiet class and sometimes. Okay, so you see it's within there.
You have a coffee outside there?
Make sure your wire is clean, make sure it's flat. And this lid is now done. If all things work, it should just drop into place.